So first of all, I mean, you're just getting settled in here. What's this first off season as a Buckeye been like for you?
It shows you the big difference between high school and college. Here you're working, and then working some more. Everything's so fast paced, and everything's thrown at you so fast. You just got to be able to retain it as well as you can. So that's probably the biggest thing I've learned.
You mentioned your dad. I mean, how much has your family and their basketball background helped you with this?
My dad is really hardworking. My mom's hardworking. My grandpa's hardworking, all the way down the family line. And that's really what they've taught me. Is just, hey, if you get this shot, just work as hard as you possibly can, give it 100%, and you're going to get the best possible outcome that you can, put in as much effort as possible. So,
for you, I know you made the decision to redshirt this year. Kind of what was that conversation like with Coach Holton?
We've been in the talks about maybe possibly redshirting, even in my high school career, and it's just something that I wanted to do from a physical standpoint and from a mental standpoint in terms of putting on weight physically, being able to adjust to big bodies like Zed and Joey and EJ in the Big Ten, and then mentally it's just a learning thing, trying to learn as much as possible as a freshman. Maybe this year I want to get any time or as little, just a little bit of time due to all the seniors and fourth and fifth year guys. So just taking this year off was probably just the smartest thing to do. Just learn and then come be a freshman next year and hopefully get some accolades for that.
Because you feel like your fifth year here, you could probably make a much bigger impact than you can make right now.
Exactly. Why waste a year when you can get 4 or 5 good ones in? So.
You mentioned that in physical development. What's it been like so far, the strength and conditioning program? Kind of what have your goals been for this first year?
My goals, I just make sure I get every rep. Like, even if it's hard to get that 12th curl in, you got to make sure you do it. And that's something I'm really stressing right now, is just make sure you're giving 100%. Like I said, that's just what I grew up on, is always giving 100%. So I know in the weight room that's really important, is just making sure you do your work to get better. And hopefully I start seeing some results. I haven't put on weight yet. I was getting there and then got sick and lost a bunch of weight, so I'm just trying to build my way back up again.
What is your weight at now, and where do you eventually want it to get to?
Yeah, I think I'm around 180. It fluctuates from 180 to 185, just depending on how much I work out and eat that day. But I'm trying to get to at least 195, 200. That's a good starting point for me.
Do you notice it when you're practicing against guys like Zed and Joey? I really need to put on some more weight.
I definitely Zed. Zed is a very big boy. Same thing with EJ, and everyone knows he's obviously strong as an ox, so it's hard. But I can definitely sense that. So.
How have you seen yourself get better as a basketball player just from being here and being able to play with these guys?
Yeah, from like I said, a mental standpoint, it's just instead of I have skills, obviously. I built skills in high school. I know how to shoot. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. But it's adding the little things on, like footwork when I shoot, coming off screens, making space when I shoot, or little defensive principles like where should my hands be on defense? How should my feet be? How do I use my chest and my hips? So it's just those small things is important to learn.
What are the things that, obviously we might have to wait a year, but what are the things that Ohio State fans are going to see from you when you get on the court?
Yeah, I hope, like I said, I can keep my shooting up. That's a big part. Being 6'8" and being able to stretch the floor like that is really important, because stepping out in the three-point line, being able to drive, being able to post up, having, as close to a flawless game as possible is really important to me. So I hope that I can just develop those skills and make everyone here proud to do that. So.
Do you expect to play the 4 when you get on the court?
I'm still, I don't know. I'm not sure yet, and I'm not sure how coaches want to use me. It just depends how well my defense can hold up as a 4. But right now, they're throwing me in the 4 spot, but I'm also playing 3 spot, so I guess we'll just have to see.
Watching your high school film, there's a lot of big dunks. Is that something that you want people to see here from you as well?
Yeah, it's a big energy thing into my game. Not even just for the crowd and for the environment, but for me personally, getting a good dunk in is boosts your confidence a lot. So, yeah, I hope I can get a few of those in the Big Ten. So.
One off-topic question for you: if you could get any NIL deal, what would it be?
Yeah, someone asked me that question too, and I'd probably go large scale and go with something like Nike. That would obviously be my dream NIL deals. I wear Nike all the time. It's my favorite brand, and it doesn't even have to be, compensation through money. I could do a merchandise deal and be completely fine with it. So, if Nike's listening, just remember that at all times.